Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Makes sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Seems like when these two get together, it's always a slugfest, and Alabama won a close one last season.
Yeah, it was Alabama that finished out the 12th round in that slugfest, too. It usually seems like the team that lands the last big haymaker wins, and that was the Tide last time.
Well, I think that's why it's so important getting out the gates early. Both these teams know each other, don't like each other. Get out the gate strong.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Timber.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer.
Oh, look out! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. The Tigers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. Well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might go.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Flushed out of the pocket. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in the back line.
The field goal is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Gets rid of it. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Adams. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Watkins. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dahl. Keeps looking downfield. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for a few. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll try the right side. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally. It's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Finds his big tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fair catch called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a dip.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that ball is picked off. Still running at the 40. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That kick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Dahl. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Coming after it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. They're trying to get to it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Fraser. Gaucho. Ready, go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going over the top. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Bringing it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Right? The line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play with great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Throwing right. He makes the catch. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Okay,
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
ready up.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Trying to punch it in. Touchdown LSU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quarterback checking off.
Longer.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
On second down, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
Tuna. Arrow.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Time to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Catch in the middle. It's Hamilton. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Come on, set.
Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down. And the D deny them on second and goal. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Trying to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Simpson. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to tack one more on the score. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Kansas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Let's go.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Power football with the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. LSU will get a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, Dave, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
It's complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Caught in the backfield. It's Adams. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a throw downfield late. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick. can.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.